Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Monday, July 4th, 2022. I continue to hope that everyone is finishing up with their successful July 4th holiday weekend and that good times have been had by all and that we've all remained safe. I have nothing really to add over what I was presenting yesterday in the big picture update when I moved it down and brought it to the daily and down to the hourly. Nothing really has come up. The market finished up about 11,555-ish and opened there, ran up to 11,000. Let's just take a peek. Ran up to 11,617 and is now just pulling back a little bit. And when you're looking at it on the daily chart, it looks like nothing. So where you could look for to see like, wow, what a great little move, to see what, should you participate? I don't, because of the nature of a holiday opening. There still aren't many participants. And this actually looked very much, there was decent numbers, like coming in to buy like 1,000 or 2,000 futures in the first few minutes. You're going to push the market. And that's what happened. Now, what is behind it? No idea. Continuing what I have presented, though, again, no changes here. On the daily chart, I am still giving the possibility that we remain within a minor wave 2 counter trend bounce, and that what we've done so far is the ABC as I've labeled, and there's nothing above it. So I've not even gone out to the minute level to put a label on where we are, let alone a minor degree. So there's still a lot open, and here it sits and hasn't really given us any strength to position in either direction. Hate to say it, but this is what the market and the position the market is in right now. I don't suspect that the market's going to hang out here. I believe one way or the other, when we open tomorrow for regular US session, that we will move more significantly in right now. It's appearing that we likely will start to move up in a more significant manner. And if that appears to be the case, I've discussed that this would be then minute A, this is minute B, we're going to go up in a minute C wave, and we have those resistance levels. I know that the market can zip above 13,000 actually, and still be within a minor second wave. And all of that, nothing, it does not preclude, it does not erase, it does not say anything to whether the world or the states or the United States is turning bullish. It's just saying nothing about that. It's just saying that quantitatively, the markets are moving higher. There are so many different types of reasons that a market can move suddenly, and trying to figure out why could be, well, more futile. And so in this case, it would be a technical reason, and that would be that the market is moving higher to continue the pullback from the selling that we saw basically right off of this high, 15,305, down to that 11,068 low, being minor 1 while we're in a minor 2 correction. What are the limitations to it being a minor 2? Well, that it gets up towards 12,900, 13,000. And it can go as high as 13,400. These are not the exact Fibonacci levels, but they match up pretty clear if we did it just going in the other direction. There is where I can put the waves together here if I'm getting the message that that low, 11,351, that we saw last week, was the completion point for the B wave. So in other words, if we're in a minor 2 counter trend correction, then this would be the A of 2. Possibly we have finished the B of 2. And if that's the case, we're going to go to a C of 2, and that is up. No other reason then. It's just doing it, and that's where the order flow is going and money is shifting, and whatever the case may be. But that, I believe, we have to consider. Many people can't accept that, and they have to attach some other type of reason to it. It's like, and that's where I'm like, I don't really care. You know, when I don't trade with the bias, I can fully accept that the market has the ability to get itself above 13,000 right now and still turn around and head lower with great intensity and strength. So outside of saying that, I do not see within an Elliott count that it's going to turn and go bullish, and we're just going to start heading back above, get above 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, and start heading towards highs. I don't see that. And there are too many factors that dictate that that does not going to happen. So with the overall picture continuing to show me that we are not out of the woods yet, so I feel that if we're going to get the larger moves, they can happen in either direction. Why is it would be larger? Because I'm a day trader, and I trade day trade the future, and the future is $20 a point. And we've seen today, just in this opening within the first 2 or 3 minutes, the NASDAQ moved, if it's $20 a point, it moved $50, more than $50. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money you can make, and that was 2 minutes. So there is a lot of shifting going around, and there is a lot of trading happening. And so being able to accept no matter what the direction, because it can go up as fast and turn around and come down as fast. We're seeing that here. We saw it again. We see it here. We see it here. They'll do it again. And then if it turns and comes down, that's fine. It's fitting an Elliott pattern, which continues to show that it's an overall downward trend, that it is corrective, that we have quite a bit left to go, that we're still within the intermediate degree first legs down, first ABC down, which will form the A wave on a primary degree, which will then do a primary B and a primary C, and that will finish the A on a cycle degree level, and then we'll do a cycle degree B wave and a cycle degree C wave. So there's still quite a bit of downside to go, and those targets that I've given over the weekend remain real. I'm not going to trade that tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to trade what's going to happen in that next 6 hours during my session, this US session. And that's my scope. And in that session, if the market turns and goes on, this is the daily. Let me break it down to the hourly chart so we can take a little bit closer look. Here we are. That's going to be resistance, 16,629. We've gotten pretty close. We've gotten 11 or 12 bucks. That's pretty close. But really this to me looks like a Venus flytrap, where it's like, see, all nice and it's pretty and nice bright colors. Come on in and slam shut. It still kind of looks like that to me. But I would think that what we've done thus far on an Elliott basis, is put an initial 5 down to this level, which I would consider, since we're in a minor third wave, minute wave 1 of minor 3. And now, so we're in a minute wave 2. So it's the way that it feels, just because it takes so much time to do nothing, and it takes very little time to do a lot. So we just have to stay open to what we're going to get, and then realizing that if you're looking for the larger move and you're looking to play the downside, it'll come back. So maybe tomorrow is not the best day for you to trade. But I think there will be plenty to do. And I think that even the intraday trend will make itself pretty clear. We're still holding above 11,600 here. Again, when I pull it back out, it doesn't look like by much. But if we get up to here, then what I have is an A, B, crazy little C wave, ugly, but we get up above that and there's the C wave for wave 2, minute wave 2 of minor wave 3. And then we get the 303 move. So that's still out there. I am still looking for that. I still think we will turn. We will see some serious downside. And I think we'll break 11,000 as we begin to head lower. More on that when it begins. So that's what I'm kind of checking out for tomorrow. Other side of that coin, if the market should determine that that's a folly, this, whoever needed it, you got filled, you're done, boom. Well, then it's going to come down. It's going to break back below this hourly 50, hourly 20, hourly 4, and hourly 8, all shoved together right there. So that level, 11,550, is massive support right now in terms of day trading, in terms of short-term trading, in terms of that's where everybody's going to sit there and just buy it. So I'm going to assume very quickly that that's likely where the point of control is sitting as well, because that's where all these moving averages are parked and they've not moved. So we got to wait. We got a lot going on, but if the market turns and comes down and breaks all that, then it's gone. It's going to go. It'll break 11,516, 11,500 and begin to head down towards these levels, right? We will find support 11,351. It should find support at 11,320. Those still remain, but they lose, I believe, much of their power in terms of it's just a price support. And if this is finished and there is no necessity for it to turn and yet go up one more time, then I would say it just breaks and we start heading for this. Then we're heading towards that additional low at 11,068. And once we break 11,000, then we have the legs to go down. I'm going to go back to the daily chart, make it a little bit easier to get there. We have 11,068, 11,256, 11,119 to 68, and then it breaks, and then we drop very quickly down to 10,650-ish, down to 25-ish. And then we break again. Now, ultimately, if I'm thinking that we're in a third wave, I measured this out the other day, yesterday, and wave 3 would be equal to wave 1 at 8,000. So a lot of room. And then a 4 and a 5 still to get to that C wave to put in that bottom for primary wave A. So we've got a way to go, but on the bright side, I think we are getting closer to that point where we will turn and we will have, for a swing trade, we'll have a more swing tradable long coming up. I'm going to leave it right there. Continue to follow the moving averages. Continue to follow the price action. Remember to try to trade without bias. I'm going to look for the upside and then the resumption of the downside. If it breaks from here and goes, it'll be the same basic picture, I believe. It's just that we may have a little bit longer. If this is A of the small 2, and this is all going to be part of B, that's A, that's B, that's C, that's D, that's E, and then bing. So we may just kind of flounder around here until Asia opens, until Europe opens. I don't know. But we have that potential where we could sit in this range, come back down to 1550, and then do a little launch. Have a little launch party and go up. And that still would be, this would be A, and this would all be the B, and then we get the C wave up. And that C wave up still continues to carry enough to get us up here. And I can quickly throw in some quick fibs, just retracements. All I'm looking for is this retracement for this 4th wave, and that would come from the 3rd. And actually, it would come from that 1st. Excuse me once again. That was the one I want. So you can see that we have at 11,700-ish 695, 700. There's 382. And that would be one of the areas I would think would be here. But we have these upper levels as well. I don't suspect that that's going to happen this time around. I think that this is very possible, and that would be up into that zone where we have the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA, and they've crossed, and they're looking like, okay, they want to catch something. So I'm going to leave it all right there. Next update will be on Tuesday, July 5th.